Hey, this is Pally. I'm recording this on my break from work because fucking work is killing me today. I'm in my car, obviously, so my air conditioning is going to stay on because it's the middle of fucking summer in Texas already. So someone's been sitting with me at work, and it's just been running over in my head, and that's how fucking nuts the plot of Indigo Prophecy was. Like, I don't know if any of you guys played it. And the reason this is kind of picked back up on me is because David Cage has that new game, Detroit Beyond Human? Become Human? Is it Beyond Thunderdome? I don't know. This dude is coming out with this new game, and I don't know if you've played any of the fucking Quantic Dream games, any of his fucking studios games, but they're all fucking nuts. And I think that Indigo Prophecy was like the peak. Don't get me wrong, Beyond Two Souls was definitely like fucking like bizarre nutso fuck job plot, but Indigo Prophecy might be the peak, and I'm going to try and get the plot of Indigo Prophecy from memory, because I haven't played it in years. I only have gone back and reread the fucking Wikipedia plot summary. So I'm going to go back and try and get as much of this as I can. So stay with me, because this is going to get nuts. Okay, so game starts off. It's fucking... God, what's this? Is it Lucas? I think it's Lucas. I looked it up before I came out here, just so I had a basic gist of the names and shit. Lucas, he's he gets up. He's this middle-aged, like maybe late 30s. I don't know. Dude sitting in a diner, and he kind of gets up and he follows some dude to the bathroom. And he's got the fucking Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Possessed character, rollback, whites of the eyes, look in his eyes and everything, and he follows this dude to the bathroom, and straight up like shanks this dude. Like, this guy is like sitting in the bathroom. He's like washing his hands. He's not even like peeing or anything, if I remember correctly. And he just comes, and Lucas comes up and stabs him in the back. Which I'm already having a problem with, because how does this dude not fucking, like, see, he's in front of a mirror. You think, whatever. I'm getting caught up way too early in this. Okay, so, Lucas stabs this dude. He's got the eyes rolling back like the Undertaker fucking circa 1999, doing the fucking roll the eyes back and pin thing. So he panics, he jumps out the window, and the other two main characters are called in. I know it's Carla, and I want to say Tyler, I think. Tyler, the sassy Latina detective, and the street smart fucking stereotype detective. I don't know. Anyway, so these guys are called in, and they're like, fucking, let's solve this murder. Oh, look, looks like the guy, jumped out the window, and they start, like, chasing him down. And fucking, like, Marcus goes back to his apartment and starts playing, like, Theory of a Dead Man on his like, home sound system. Like, I distinctly remember, like, Theory of a Dead Man, like, was one of, like, that fucking, like, 2003 era butt rock was all over that fucking game. Like, I don't know why they decided that was going to be their sound decision, but well, whatever. So, and I do remember that there's, like, a sequence where he's, like, kickboxing. He's got, like, a speed bag in his room, I think, and he's, like, kickboxing. I'm getting, like, far off the topic here. Okay, so he goes back and he starts, like, cleaning himself up, because he's obviously, got murder, like, blood all over his shirt and everything. And they're like, and, like, the cops somehow, like, within, like, a 20, like, 30-minute period, have already found out, like, this is the dude, we need to go and find his house. So, he goes to he starts freaking out because the cops are let me in. We need to look at your apartment and everything, and we need to ask you a couple questions about where you've been this afternoon. And he's like, just a minute. And apparently, these cops have a lot more tolerance than I was led to believe that New York cops would have, because they wait for like 5 goddamn minutes for him to open up the door, when everything that I've been led to believe said that a New York cop would probably just go ahead and fucking kick down your door at the 30-second mark, at the 20-second, the fucking 5-second mark. You don't immediately open the door; they're gonna go ahead and start putting in your door frame and shit. So he like does the like fucking like I distinctly remember, like, you could fail, like, you could get like, sidebar for a second. I know that David Cage games lately have been doing this thing where you can not, it's like impossible to fail a scenario in these games, like they want you to do a certain thing, but fucking the Indigo Prophecy, you could fail pretty fucking easily. I remember I got like a game over and had to like restart a chapter because one of the Carla, the Latina detective lady, was claustrophobic, and like her her self-esteem rating went down when she failed to go through like a it was either like she couldn't get through a fucking filing cabinet room, like a record room in the police station. Anyway, that's besides the point. Lucas does a shit-ass job of hiding this this grisly murder outfit that he's got on, like blood all over himself. He needs to clean himself up. He needs to, and like the correct response is like throw the clothing under your bed sheets. I think. What the fuck? Like, whatever. I'm getting caught up on the wrong shit here. So the cops come in, interrogate him, blah, 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 and all this good shit. Well, they do some, the next day he goes into work. Because, when I murder someone, I'm not going to call in sick the next day. He goes into work at his, white bread ass, fucking, I want to say it was an accounting firm or something. He goes into his accounting firm job, and within 30 seconds of him sitting down at his desk, apparently everyone is on fucking Lucas's radar. Everyone knows this guy's movements. It's he's not at his desk for 30 seconds before he gets these weird mysterious phone calls, fucking Lawrence Fishburne in The Matrix calling Keanu at his desk, don't you should go ahead and listen to me, Lucas, because I'm going to be an important plot point later in the game. And they send hallucination bugs, little fucking horseshoe crab bug things, and they're not real, but they might be real. They could be real. They might be real. They're probably not real, but they might be real, and that's the important thing. So, fucking, he goes... Oh, Jesus. He goes to, some sort of weird museum. Or was that the other two? He goes to the museum to meet up with someone. His brother's a priest. I remember that much. His brother's a priest. He goes to some museum. The detectives go to some sort of books, mystic bookstore. Is that a thing, New Yorkers? By the way, I've never been to New York. I've only ever been to California and like I think I've gone to Philly like a couple times. I have no fucking clue. Does New York have this like weird scene of mystic themed, like Taoist themed bookstores? Anyway, I go to this bookstore and they have to find out what these mystic symbols that have been carved into this dude's face or back or whatever entail. So there's a bunch of horseshit there. Carla has to go to like a mental asylum at some point, like a mental hospital at some point, and the power shuts off, and like all these like crazy dudes start wandering around, and you know, it's like, oh, gotta make it through, otherwise my anxiety's gonna like. If she's like freaking out this much, should she be a detective? Like that's a high stress job. Should she really be doing the detective gig if she's like freaking out because she can't like walk between two filing cabinets? Like, just saying. Anyway, not because she's a lady, but because she's got claustrophobia that's that bad. Like, just want to get that out there. It's not like a mansplaining thing. It's literally like she can't function if she goes, between two filing cabinets. That seems like that's a problem. Anyway. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so, as it turns out, there are two clans, like Illuminati clans, like Illuminati clans. And, one of them is, like, the Orange Clan, Orange Clan, like this shirt, this is a big shirt, this shirt, and they're, like, Mayans, like, evil Mayans, like, I don't know anymore. And and the other one's the Purple Clan, and I looked at this on the Wikipedia page, and I double take because I can't fucking remember it at all. But apparently they are supposed to be AIs, like computer AIs. Like it's a computer, and but it's not. It's also not, because they're they're a sentient race, and they want the whole Indigo Prophecy is they want a fucking kid, this little tiny miracle child who is apparently what they called an indigo child title, American title. Yeah. This girl, she's the chosen one, and the Purple Clan wants her because if they get her, they become the dominant race on the planet because they lower the temperature of the entire planet and kill everyone else. Other title, because the other title is Fahrenheit. Do you get it? Anyway, so right, there are some fucking flashbacks in the game, like flashbacks to when Lucas and his brother are kids, and they lived on a military base, but this wasn't just a normal military base. There's some super secret stuff in the military base. There's so much secret stuff in the military base, guys, you don't even know. There's like a weird god creature thing, I guess. I looked it up. It said it was called the Chroma. I don't remember any of this shit. I only remember the fucking bullshit ass stealth missions where you're switching back and forth between Lucas and his brother, and fucking you have to sneak around the guards and get through a fence, and that's all I remember about it. So the Chroma. Do you get it? Because it's color. Color is important. It's a symbol, guys. It's a fucking symbol. Marcus, was fucking, psychic somehow, because, when his mom was having him and his brother, she stayed too long near this Chroma thing, I guess, and it made him psychic. he dies. He dies. The Orange Clan guys send him a dude to kill him, and he dies. So does this old lady who's like a fortune teller, and she shows up back again, and she's like literally a ghost, like not like fucking like hallucination shit. She's like literally a ghost, apparently. That was, I don't know anymore. Why am I even bothering this? So, he dies, but the Purple Clan brings him back to life because reasons. I guess it's because he's supposed to find the kid. I don't know. He goes to, like, there's apparently, so, again, because this is New York, I'm not sure, are there really, like, underground societies? Like, underground homeless society? Like, don't get me wrong, I know hobo camps. Like, I know homeless camps, like, that's a thing. Like, those are things, there are homeless people that will find shelter. But, like, are they really, like, this also, like, secret protector thing? Like, New Yorkers, do you know that? Like, can you verify that there's, like, fucking, like, some, like, Warehouse 13 secret society of homeless people that are, like, protecting the streets from supernatural forces? Because that'd be cool. I just want to see if this is a thing, so I'm not making a fucking fool out of myself when I say that I think it's really fucking dumb that they decided that, it's another sidebar I need to bring up. So David Cage has this thing where he fucking likes, he does this thing, because he did it in Beyond Two Souls too, like this thing where like there's like a society of homeless people, and like there's like a weird like watcher system, because like that was in Beyond Two Souls too. What's her face, the one, Ellen Page's character, like gets brought in by this group of homeless people, and like one of them's like an oracle or some shit. Like, whatever. David Cage, fucking, anyway. So at some point, Carla, like, Tyler at some point, like, fucks off. Like, he just completely fucks out of this game. Like, he's gone. He's bye. He like literally packs up and is like, I'm going to Florida with my girlfriend because fuck this. And so Carla is like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to solve the mystery of the murder man. Why is it so cold? It's because it's the end of the world. Illuminati. Anyway, so god damn it. So this is where it gets weird, and I fucking know what I've been saying so far, but just stay with me, because it's gonna get weirder. So, she gets attacked. She wakes up in the homeless, Oracle den, whatever, and, she's known Marcus for, like, maybe, like, an hour of time at this point. Like, really, I'm not kidding. Like, he's, like, they're only, like, together, like, for a short amount of time before she decides she wants some of that zombie dick. She wants a piece of that stone cold dick. And I'm not lying when I say stone cold, like it's a plot, like it's, she fucking says, oh, he's so cold to the touch. Then why are you gonna fuck this dude? Like, I don't, like, ice bath, like, is that a thing? Is that, like, ice bath, is that ice bath sex a thing? Do you do that for some weird pleasure? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, they fuck, and they get down to fucking, and they make a baby. Like, that's like a thing. Apparently dead guy's sperm still works. Whatever. And I'm trying to remember, like, the actual end of the game, but I'm having a lot of trouble because I know it's just a bunch of horse shit. If I remember correctly, like, there's this big super psychic, like, fucking showdown with Lucas and the two clans, and like you can choose your ending. You can side with the clans, and guess what? Both of those are the bad options. Who knew? You can like choose to save the Indigo Girl, and everything was happily forever after. It's a bunch of horseshit. I'm not kidding. Where like it's like the game ending of that game comes out of fucking nowhere. Like it just fucking ends. Like that's it. That's it. That's all. That's all she wrote. Bye bye. You don't need to deal with any of this anymore. It's just a bunch of goofy horse shit. And like I'm skipping a lot of stuff. Like I skipped the part where like the fucking detective realizes that Marcus is a good guy because he saves a kid from drowning. Like that's like she just like fucking like ignores him and like walks away because he saved a kid from drowning. That's a thing. There's a sequence where like Marcus is in his house, his apartment, and like literally like every piece of furniture that he has, he starts like poltergeisting at him, like threatening to knock his head off and shit. Like that's a thing that fucking happened. There's a basketball game. Yeah, you can play God damn it, Tyler, of course, the black guy has to school the ginger coworker on how to properly play a game of hoops. That's a fucking thing that happens in that game. It's just, oh god damn it. God damn it. So, that's Indigo Prophecy. That's about as good of a job as I can do, I think, of talking about this game. It's really fucking stupid, guys. It's really stupid. It's so fucking stupid. I hate it. But in the same time, I love it because it's like it's a B movie. It's a bad train wreck of a game. Like, despite what David Cage says, he's not Hideo Kojima. He's fucking, despite what David Cage thinks, he's not James Cameron. He's fucking he's like, I wouldn't know, Uwe Boll's unfair. He's like who's like a really schlocky, like he's like James, oh yeah, that's good. He's like James Woods. Where like James Woods thought that he was making art. He's not. He's really not. He's really fucking not. He's not making art, guys. But he is like convinced that he's making art. So, I don't know. So this is just me rambling. I hope you like it. I'll see you guys. Maybe expect more of this shit. I don't know. I might record some more of these. Who knows? Anyway. See you later, baby. Love you, bubbies.